Hello, hello, good evening. Welcome to the intro and premiere of To the Point. My name is Donna Queen Dee and your co-host. And go ahead, Jay.
And I am your favorite host, Kingjay. How y'all doing out there, world? So I'm excited. How about yourself?
I'm super excited, super excited. Today was a hectic day, but the show must go on, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm excited. I want to jump right into it. I know we've been having everybody out there waiting. So for our viewers, let's get excited. We are
Let's go.
excited.
Let's go. So where are you at, Jay? For the people who don't know.
I'm in Houston, Texas.
Okay.
How
And me,
about yourself?
I'm Sacramento. Hot,
Wow.
hot Sacramento.
Okay.
The valley,
Yeah.
really hot.
Yeah, Houston, Texas. Where it's real hot at. Where coffee in the morning time and the sun don't mix.
No, no.
That's
Straining.
Houston.
Yeah. Don't want to be there right now.
But I'm sure it's blazing hot in California though, right? What's the
Yeah,
weather
it
there?
is. Our weather is really bipolar. I haven't had the moment to check it. I just got up and went going and put on the lightest attire I possibly can. So that's how that went.
Okay. Yeah, you could. I could put it. I can always take a. I can't put enough on, but I can take a little off. So I prefer the summer versus the winter. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's just kind of give or take.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
So for all those who don't know, obviously I'm a little bit new to the platform here, but this a platform in general is not a strange place for me. So when I got listening to Kingjay and seeing all the things that he had to say, I'm like, oh, maybe on to something. And I always got a little bit to say. So I wanted to know from him why the platform was so important. And aside from just this specific platform, but the group in general. So I'm going to hand it over to him and kind of to let him express to you why this platform is important, what it means to him, and why he's so passionate about it. And we may get a couple viewers in there, and he is real critical about what he allows me to post to you guys. So he is so sensitive. So I'm gonna let him go ahead and express why that is.
So yeah. For one thing, Dia, that's a good question for me. For the viewers out there, this is like again, she said an intro of to the point. So I have a lot of shows. We have a lot of shows lined up for everybody. So one thing I wanted to do is just be that aid. I wanted to be that aid. I watch so many, shows out there to where you have the men host and you have the women host. And one thing I wanted to do first and foremost is have a balance there, to where, the man and the woman, the alpha and the male. So that was one thing that I definitely wanted. But I wanted to set that, as I said, that aid to where people are able to bring their story to us. People are able to share how they feel without feeling like they're the bad person. Or we are going to be doing some international things. We're going to be, setting couples up, helping each other find love, experiencing some good, experiencing some bad, the hurt, the pain. But we still wanted to have that cushion to where we could do it in a decent manner, do it with a large screen of people, but still make it to where it's that safe place to where you can get that advice, where you can find what you're looking for, and just, feeling good about even coming on the air. So just being that bridge between the gap.
That's good. That's good. So I've seen what I've seen in a lot of in the comments, the content that is posted. It is raw and uncut for the most part. But we're speaking to adults of a mature mindset. And I'm looking at the group, I'm like, whoa, they got some good stuff.
Right.
So initially, want to, bring that to the surface to kind of discuss some of the things that they're talking about. And not all of it is about, the relationship type aspect, but maybe just, sharing some funny things, what we saw throughout the day, because the platform is uplifting and you never know what type of day somebody's having. So,
That's right.
and, I've went on and kind of had a bad day myself. And then I just bust out laughing. They're like, what's going on? Don't worry about it. Get in the group. Get in the group. So that's good. I've seen a lot of, and it's growing. So it's good that we're able to include so many people to share a diverse mindset. because I think that's what it's about too.
Yes, absolutely. Like I said at first, not to bash, not to make anyone feel bad, but to kind of, just like, ease through your day. And even for those that come onto our show and come onto our platform, it's for you to feel comfortable, to be able to be yourself. I'm someone that have experience on different walks of life, and I just felt like I was eligible to give the advice. And from the work I've done, whether it's in the movement of just being an everyday hardworking man or entrepreneur, and the platform and line of people that I work with on a day-to-day basis. So I just felt like To The Point was just that place to be. That I know that right tone for what our people needed. The time on a Sunday, little late for depending on the area you are. Being that you're in California, it's good time for you guys. But over here on my end, it's about 9:15, so that's the wind down time. Get the kids to bed. And like I said, we got a lot of shows lined up, and I'm just excited. But I got some questions for you, though, Queen Dee.
Oh, no, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
Don't embarrass me now.
They want to know who you are. Like, where did you come from? Like, you just, boom, just popped out the blue.
My mother.
That was a good one. Literally. That was a good one.
I come from a large family. One of 7. I am 5, number 5. So I'm not quite in the middle. I'm not quite at the end. So I've learned a lot from the ones before me and then the ones coming after me, But for the most part, I am a mother, and I've been active in the police brutality aspect of things, dealing with just meeting a variety of different people in their walks of life, because it's not all happy. You know what I'm saying? And nothing, completely rocks your boat. You can stand up for anybody doing anything. But when it hits you, that's when you get real active. So that's kind of what, started me and my little, little movement. And my dad's like, you need to calm down. You my baby girl, get up out them streets. I'm like, no, I gotta go.
Right.
Okay, but I'm the nut of the family, pretty much. So that's pretty much how I go. They'll tell you one day.
Okay. And so, and again, so you guys see Dee, as she said, she's a woman that comes from a different walks of life as well. It seems that as you heard, that she grew up with a family, a mom and dad. So again, this is a woman. This is not a girl. And I consider myself as a man, as a king. And so, again, back that balance and bridging the gap. So Dee, what makes you feel that you could possibly be eligible to be that mouth to that listening ear, to that crying soul that just, needs some advice, but not to feel bad by? So what makes you eligible to come to?
Oh, so you're going to put me on a spot like that?
I'm going to put you on the spot like that. I mean, I'm going to get to the point,
Okay, so that's fine.
Let's talk about it.
I would say what makes me eligible is I share the disadvantages, the joys, the pains of any one of our viewers, any one of the people that are in the platform or on the page. The pain makes me eligible. The joy makes me eligible. So to be able to speak to them from my pain and be able to relate my joys and my pain, able to relate, as, a woman, an African-American woman, there's a lot of things that we face that are similar. And there's a lot of things that we notice as an African-American women, the changes from then to now. So we can speak on that and we can be open about it and without shame, share our thoughts. So there's been multiple occasions where I agree more than I like to with the people that are in the group. And I'm like,
right.
How should I respond to this? But I have to be authentic. So raw. And that's what it is. So I think that's what, kind of makes it that I really kind of don't know how to dumb it down.
I mean, we getting to the point. They getting to the point. And so, in the group for, as you guys hear Dee say, the group is, the To The Point Facebook group. So there's a group that we kind of, we go back and forth. We kind of find our topics, where we find our entrepreneurs, what we find and one thing, I'm glad you made a good point, Queen Dee, that I wanted to touch bases on. the big topics that everybody want to talk about. And I'm sure you know this because I know this, right?
I know, but I get a lot of other hot topics in the inbox that don't, so
Right.
we're gonna see.
Okay.
We're gonna
So
see.
yeah, so I think, and for our viewers out there, and for our fans, our to the point page, group fans, group members, now the biggest topic that myself and Dee seen together is the hurt, the love, the pain, the sex, the drugs. I mean, like that's what and it's I think it's a coat, that we need, a place where we need to where we can be ourselves and we can tell it how it is and we can get it how it is, but still, keep that real life, as I said, balance and get that perspective of, hey, I got to keep going. I got to keep breathing. I got to keep pushing. I can't give up. I just, and so that's one thing we're going to definitely touch bases on a lot over here, to the point of just, being that place. And I can't say that enough, of just being that place to where you can come and we can just let it all out, get it all out, and find us another outlet along the way and just keep on humping and bumping,
Humping and bumping. Okay.
Humping and bumping.
Okay.
That's a down south thing. I'm from Mississippi. That's a down south thing, humping and bumping.
Okay, that will work.
Licking and ticking, what the old folks say over here.
Oh, okay. Well, listen here. So when there's additional comments that you question and you want to get out there, don't hesitate to go to the Facebook, to the point Facebook page, and send in that email. Because what you think may be, a little bit too explicit, it may not be. Or it can be tailored in a way to where we can share it and it's fine. So if you feel a certain way, don't hesitate, go to the page, send that email. But no news. Okay, so chill out.
Right. So it gets raw and uncut. Raw and uncut. So again, tonight is just that intro. You get a chance to get to know me. You get a chance to know Dee. Women don't like to tell their age, so I won't tell my age, but you get a chance to know us, get a feel for us, know that we're someone. And Dee, it's been amazing working with you along the way, and I want to give a huge shout out to our team, to Plus TV Network. I want to give a huge shout out to our engineer team, to the owners and founders of Plus TV Network, because without them it wouldn't even be possible. We want to, again, give that intro to the point. Who are we? What do we do? What are we about? And we're for the people. We love all and trust none, and but we're going to get to the point. We like to dig real deep. So Dee, what's some of them hot topics you think we're going to be touching bases on like real soon?
I was thinking about taking a few comments from the group because they kind of dig, a little deeper, and it's very interesting how the mind works, and how I can get a comment from one person and then get another, and they're completely opposite. And I'm like, hey, well, where did you come up with that? Like, what made you say that? So, and what made that person, feel that way? So obviously it comes from a different experience in life. But still, what's your point? Like, what is the point here? And how did you get to that? So there's a couple hot topics. And one of them is the dynamic, the big thing that I always hear, which is women in their masculinity. And that one is a kicker, and it's very sensitive.
It is. Because And me, and I'm gonna give, women, I'm gonna give my perspective on that.
Okay.
And this is, the masculine energy with women. Now, don't y'all beat me up, but I'm gonna get to the point. A lot of women, in the 50s and 60s, there were, majority of households had a man and a woman in the household. That's back then. Now things have changed. I I know that the masculine energy from women is because they have been failed. Most women deal with the man long-term period of a long time, put an extension on their relationship because she feels that he may change. And so after, dealing with, trying and trying and trying, and that's when you're dealing with a pure woman, a woman that have been taught how to love pure, that's going to be a woman that, hey, it may not work with this person, but that's a woman that don't have nothing to ride on but love and loyalty and survival, so that woman is going to try it again. And the more she try and be failed by a man, it puts her in a place to where she have to, put on her strong arm. She have to be more masculine, and I feel that barrier can be broken as well. That's what To The Point come in at.
May I say something real
Go
quick?
ahead.
When there's like a breakdown for me, and there's a wordplay, here. So when we say, when men say, let's be clear, masculine energy, because a woman is strong does not make that a masculine quality. It just strength overall. So that wordplay, I think we should kind of emphasize on that. Like, what does that mean? So
When masculine energy could, not my perspective, could be many things. It could be, some men would say, I wouldn't call a woman masculine because she go and get her own. I wouldn't call a woman masculine because she go get her own money. Now this may be, a man. So for instance, a man say to a woman, I'm gonna help you pay the bill. And she said, well, I got it. I already got it. Okay, that could be a form of masculine energy to this man. Or going out on the first date, I got the bill. No, I got it. That could be masculine when she whipped her money out, versus him, So it can go many ways. And sometimes masculine energy could be the attitude. A lot of men feel that a woman should give them a certain level of respect. But to a woman, in my perspective, a woman feel like that respect have to be earned. And I think it goes back to the beginning of what I said, back in the beginning of just women being failed, women being disappointed. You know what I mean? I don't call it, okay, it's hurt, it's damage, it's pain, And one thing I can say, I've always felt like, and I'm gonna throw this out to the brothers and to the women, it's okay to dump all of your pain onto your significant other, or onto the person that you want to take that step with. It's you're gonna, as a man, you're gonna have to accept that the scars. You're gonna have to accept that broken heart. And your job to cushion that, to show that this ain't that or that ain't this, in the term that we say today terms. Show that you ain't that how you command a broken heart. You know what I mean? You got to command a broken heart. You know what I mean? And same thing with the man. It's gonna be some men out there that been let down by women. There's some women that have damaged some good men, and there's some toxic men and some toxic women.
Yeah, when we get out there and do damage, we definitely do it.
But we gotta command that broken heart. We gotta command that broken heart, and you got to pour. One thing I post today, it's not fair to and that's a good point. I'm glad I posted that today. That it's not fair that we can laugh together, but then you share your pain alone. Give that. Give me the pain. Give me all the pain. Give me all the hurt. Because I know what you need. I know how to deal with you. I know, because the more you hide your pain from me, the more I don't know what you need. And a lot of times the women go to that broke down stage to where they're tired and they don't have no more energy, no more fuel in that train, to where it's too late. They don't even want to talk about it anymore because we miss all the signs. And a lot of times we just don't have that safe place where we feel that we can let it all out. So,
and the thing about communication, though, it definitely goes both ways. But rather you take an 18-year-old versus a 42-year-old, in my opinion, and I'm not clowning, I'm just literally saying, we have 2 ears to listen twice as hard. So you should be slow to speak. So listen to what I'm saying. So it comes to the point to where you hear what your partner is saying. You're listening, but you don't hear. And those are two big things. And you know, me and my father talk about that all the time. I can hear you, but you're not listening, because apparently you're doing the same thing repetitively, which means either you don't give it or you're just not listening. So when a woman gets to a point where we constantly has to repeat herself, that has nothing to do with being solid. That had, you know, you stick in, you do this, you do that, you're talking about solid. No, at some point, sweetheart, that's stupidity.
well, you know, as they say, insanity is doing the same thing, expecting different results.
That's very
but you can't go in with that. You have to be willing, and I think
you can't go in with what?
You can't come in with that, with those guards up like that.
But that's how things are. But listen, so if I have been hurt,
because you never break that barrier. It never. That's the masculine energy that our men talk about. Go ahead. I want to hear this. This is getting juicy.
Okay. So what I'm saying is that if I continuously walk through this specific garden and every day I'm getting poked, I'm going to know not to go this way or to prepare myself in a way to where I'm not poked. So that me preparing myself in a way, that is my guard up. So, and I understand men don't want to deal with the baggage and the this and the that, but understand if this is something that you are trying to pursue, look, if you not planting seeds, you not tilling no fields over here. That's just a wrap. So if you can't get through my storm, then what happens when we go through something deeper? Like, what's going to happen then?
Right. And I get it. I get it. I get it. And that's where the trauma come in our today relationships, because we don't come in authentic. We don't come in being who we are. You know, we feel that we have to be a certain person. Like, you can put on a persona, a show that a lot of times a woman might get a chance to see that, hey, he can't maintain, or she may see that, hey, he can't maintain, because they were putting on a facade. There was a whole facade of that. So it's like when back in the days, all the older women was like, and I don't want to lose this point. What I want to say, I'm a true believer of, you have to bring into a relationship, bring into a love life what you can do for it's for instance, like women say all the time, and I say it, you know, I can take myself out to eat. Women say, hey, I can take myself out to lunch. And you have to be authentic like that. You know, when your grandmother, when you would go out with your friends, the grandmother would always say, here, baby, put this in your pocket, you know, because you don't need nobody buying you nothing. You know, we got to still be authentic. We got to go back to that authentic. And it's not because, I mean, we got to be authentic. You know, we have to come in authentic. We have to come in being ourselves. And I think that's what a lot of relationships get lost. It's to where you're holding in, and you got it all bundled in, and you got your guard up. Like you said, you have to, as you agreed, you have to come in with a guard up. But sometimes, you know, that guard could be your blockage. That could be a blockage.
It could be. I agree. I totally agree.
That could be a blockage. You know, you got to
say we try this whole just, you know, let down your guard thing. There's been and I'm not just talking about love in this aspect, but I'm also talking about life, friendships, things of that nature. There's been a lot of ships, friendship, siblingship, mother and daughter, all those things. And people have been hurt by several different people in several different positions in life. But at this time, there's often times where you share your pain with someone you trust, and they issue you that same amount, or they issue you that times 10. And then that's when you get to the point to where you do close up and you're very, you know, isolated from people. And we have to speak on that aspect too. There's certain individuals that completely go into themselves, and there's people who let it out in different ways to where it could be self-inflicted, or just going out into the community doing reckless things that affects other people's family, or things of that nature. So when you say let down your guard in a way, yeah, that's going to happen, but it's not going to happen overnight.
That's right.
I can't just, that's like me giving you the keys to the palace just because you walk through the door. Hell no, it ain't working like that.
Right.
You're going to have to get through a couple gates to show yourself approved, because what you house or what that individual house, to them, price.
Let's hop to some of our comments. Let's scroll down and get to some of our comments. Let's get to the comments.
Right, yeah, because we're going to be running mouths all day.
Can you see the comments, D?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, let's go over some of our comments. Let's do
Let's see. Bear with me, y'all. Bear with me now. So I have Nola D.
Right.
So Nola D says that they use that pain to hurt you more or to manipulate you. So when you share this specific type of pain, what she's saying is they use it. It's like ammo, like you're giving someone bullets to load the gun or manipulate you with that.
Right. And I get that. And I get that. And I think that come from, that's Nola D.
Right. Nola D, yes.
Nola D. I think with that right there, I totally agree. But one thing you have to do, Nola D, is find that balance. Like, again, you want to find someone that have that have earned, like you said, that you can give your story to, so that they don't use that against you. And it's so in the today term, we said people hold against you, or that you can't tell people your truth because they hold it against you.
Yeah.
I think that goes back to us finding someone that we can relate to, finding someone that's back to that old-fashioned love where you might come from a certain lifestyle. This person may come from this particular lifestyle. In reality, they may not relate to one another or deal with things on one accord. But if you're dealing with a male that's authentic, if you're an old country girl that come from survival life versus this spoiled guy that have always had everything and just pick the phone up and call mama or daddy, or versus the woman that can pick the phone up and call mommy or dad. I think those people try to make it together. They feel that they have to find a love that come from a better life than them. But I think and I've gotten to that point in my life to just, find that love that's authentic, that kind of come from the upbringing that you come from, that come from a platform to where you come from. Because if you had your mom and dad all your life, and maybe Joe over here ain't never had his mom and his daddy, he don't know what communication could possibly be. He may not know what togetherness is, and that's and it's okay for a woman to teach her man what he need to be. It's okay for a man to teach his woman what she may need to be.
Or
but
show.
But it's fun and it's loving with someone that come from where you come from. It's like you ain't never rode in nothing but a Honda. Ain't even never had nothing but a bicycle, but girl, I'm gonna find me a rich man with a Benz. No, he can't relate to you, baby.
Right.
You can't relate to him.
Right.
And that's reality. Yeah. Find you a hard-working man that was like your daddy, that showed you hard work. It's like this. One thing I always say, you got the man. This woman asked her man for $50. This woman asked her man for $50, and he took all day and gave her $20. But she called Johnny down the street and asked Johnny for $50, and Johnny gave her $50 because that $50 ain't no thing to Johnny. Johnny got that. You best believe Johnny would have gave you his last 50, but it ain't nothing for the thing for Johnny. But that man that gave you his only 20 that he was able to come up with, his only 20 that he had to contribute towards your 50, hold more weight than Johnny or Joe or Billy fit. Because see, that's when that woman that's knowing what survival is. That woman that knows what it is, what true love is, that knows how to value. That's what we losing each other at in the love life.
Yeah.
Not saying that you're dreaming too big, but you know what? Most successful people in reality, that's what they are. And that there's these celebrities and these major couples that we look up to. They was there with Gucci. Look, Gucci, K. Everybody want a Gucci, but she was there when he was a hurt Gucci, when he was in the street Gucci, when he was a womanizer Gucci, when he was bringing her home pain Gucci,
right?
Because she could relate. She can relate.
That's true.
You know, if that make any sense.
It does make sense. And because I'm like an overanalyzer, overthinker, so we're gonna think on both spectrums.
Right.
So when Absolutely. It comes to that, I definitely get it. But when it comes to that, it takes a particular set of mind for a woman or a man to analyze what is it they need opposed to what they want, in an individual. Some women don't desire that. They don't, and let's just be real. But I wouldn't say there's never been a time, but some women have been through those times to where, I've tried this long enough, and look, I just want to smash and go straight up.
Okay. I get it,
And then there's other women who have that, and then you connect with someone and you're not sure, because sometimes this whole, as Lola D said, manipulate. Some people, it's career relationships to where they know how to finesse things. But that's when we have to use the crown, turn it around, upside down, look through that thing, and kind of analyze this person for who they are. In the beginning, that little romantic stage, we get that. But then there's also red flags. So, but when a woman who's come into her own, hey, let's go ahead and try this again. And then she ends up in that type of relationship where this person is trying to be 100%. And this other person, this is like a career come up at this point. So you really have to be careful, or who you let, like my sister said, for every running mouth, there's listening ears. And some people get connected that way. But in the meantime, I've heard this from, many generations. People are, with this keep it 100, keep it 100, keep it. Listen here, I've kept it that way. And y'all really, men and women, like, y'all don't like the truth. You like the stuff that sounds nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you are that man, that stuff that sounds nice, I'm gonna tell you that day in and day out. I'm just gonna tell you, because that being authentic and telling the truth is not something we want to hear. We want to hear the shit that makes us comfortable. We want to hear the shit that makes us sleep at night. Right. But if I give you a hard time by telling you the truth, there's some work I got to put in. I got to decide whether this is something I want to do. But hey, big boy, hey, big girl. Either we're going to do this and we're going to iron out the truth. We're going to hash it out and we're going to get over it.
Absolutely. And I totally agree. I totally agree. So yeah, those are some definitely hot topics that everybody want to talk about. Everybody definitely have different point of views on and things like that, so, and that's something that I'm very, very excited to get deeper into with our guests and those who come on. So let's see some more of these hot comments that we have down there at the bottom. And after that, we're going to get some more to these companies. Oh, see, I like that for every running. I'm missing the comments. For everyone in mouth, there's an ear to listen. Absolutely. Absolutely. It definitely is. You just got to, again, find that balance, find that balance. So for those that's not in our To The Point Facebook group, definitely get over to our To The Point Facebook group. You can find that at To The Point. Just go to your Facebook search bar and just hashtag To The Point. And I'm sure you will find myself or my co-host, Miss D. But right now we are half an hour in that 45 to an hour. So let's take us a quick break and pay some bills from our sponsors.
Absolutely. I'm all in the comments. I'm just reading.
You won't come back with those. We're gonna take a brief
Nope.
commercial break. Definitely come back with the comments because I'm excited to get deep into the comments and see what the people want to talk about, what they got to say.
Juicy, juicy.
So we are waiting on. Let's see. Okay, so our engineers heard from our engineers, and they.
Well, since we're coming up on time, we're just gonna keep the ball rolling. So, is there anything? The comments look like they're just as heavy as in the group. So, if there's something in particular that you guys want to share, something you just want to touch bases on, then let's go ahead and do that. But before we do that, King.
I'm so sorry, you guys. I thank God for our engineer team. We have the best engineer team. But I did hear from our engineers, and we did not put a commercial in the slots tonight. With that being said, we're going to keep going and jump directly to those comments. Going forward for our viewers out there, commercial slots are definitely available. You can definitely reach out to connect with us on our To The Point page or our To The Point group. Hit myself or Dee inbox.
Yes.
Definitely, if Dee, you could drop that email for the people and all that good stuff. And let's jump into those comments.
No, King, real quick. I think you kind of cut out, probably why you didn't hear me. But we were going to jump into the comments, see what hot stuff they got going. But one thing I did want to share that we can be mindful of. There's not much information that I can share, but I do want to give a shout out to a specific family and tell everyone to keep them in prayer. Right now, it doesn't matter, the name, but the situation. There's definitely families out there hurting right now. And we want to be mindful of the things that we read on social media and the things that we share and the comments we make to those families because they affect one to another. So I just want to be mindful. So when we say share love, that means everybody. And that means, again, be careful on the information you share and how it may affect someone. So
absolutely.
And keep it like that.
Also, let me drop out there. You guys can find the To The Point t-shirts are definitely available now. We're gonna definitely have those out. If we get our engineer, can we throw one of those shirts up if that's possible to let our people see those shirts? So the To The Point t-shirts are available in 3 colors. They are in red, black, and white. Make sure y'all definitely go and check that out on our To The Point page. Also, our To The Point business page, as well as our To The Point Facebook group. It's on my page. I'm sure Ms. D had King Queen Dee have it on her page. Definitely. That's how you guys can support us. That's how you guys can allow us to grow this platform. Again, I want to give a huge shout out again to our promotion team. A huge shout out to Plus TV, our engineers that's working, keeping this all together. Y'all see how I fade out, but they just put me back in there like, wow, like magic. So, a big shout out to that. Want to definitely give a shout out to them. Other than that, Dee, I want to, turn the floor over to you. Any thoughts, anything you want to leave the people with? Let's touch bases on our next week hot topic.
So the next week hot topic, we are actually going to point to the group. We're actually going to point to the group and see what's going on for next week. So based on the level of participation, what you guys want to hear, we're going to kind of check that out, send some things to the inbox, and we're going to see what's to the point. And if it's not, it'll get slid.
All right. And let's jump on those comments. Let's not forget about those comments. Right. We go through all of our comments.
Let's see here. There's a look. Okay, so obviously I wasn't scrolling enough.
Yeah, so we're gonna definitely want to make sure we hit all the comments. This is now comment time, you guys.
And thank you so much. So apparently the level of entertainment and truth and raw and uncut is all the way to the max. So keep it up, King. Be good. Keep it up.
And thank you, Dee, for everything that you do and everything that you are doing. I couldn't have picked better co-host. I am happy to be working with you way across the country. Girl, you 4, but you feel like you're real close, sister. So I am excited about that. Tonight we got a chance to get a little steam, get a little back and forth. And now we want to get that cushion of the people, you know, and just allow them to get out of the comments and hop on the screen. Let's go, D. Let's get with these comments.
So, I mean, I'm hearing the comments basically touching on what we've just discussed.
Okay.
So what we just discussed, and also there is something that I want to bring to their attention. You did speak about the t-shirts, but I've noticed that there are a ton of entrepreneurs in that group.
It is.
And I'm like, ooh. But we should definitely, there is a slide. You can send that information over to that email, and we want to be a platform to promote and kind of get you out there. Not to the point of, you know, all this, the madness, but kind of explain how you can help. The one thing you want to do is support a dream that's trying to support you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And one thing, I'm glad we touched bases on that, Queen D. We definitely, as I spoke on earlier, we have slots definitely available. If you are a business owner, as To The Point Grow, and we are now opening those slots now. Those slots are now available. If you can definitely hit our email, hit the To The Point email, which is right at the bottom of the screen right here. Hit that email. You're able to send us over some literature of your business. We can put together something for you, a quick skit promotion video that will promote your business, that will promote whatever there is that you're doing every day in life. You know, so we are going to be launching over here. I mean, straight to the roof. So definitely those slots are available. If you have something, story need to be heard, anything, definitely hit our email. If you have a hot topic that you want us to get on, definitely hit our email. Don't forget about your To The Point t-shirts. That's what's going to get us to them To The Point winter sweatsuits. It's going to be available. We're already working on those things. To The Point jackets. You know, hey, I might even come with some To The Point shoes. And so our t-shirts are definitely available right now. They do come in black. You can get them in white, and you can also get them in red. So black and white is the demo that you guys see right there, but the link is on my page. Big shout out to the Melon Pride business that is entrepreneur that is going to assist us. At the bottom of the screen, you guys, that is the link, www.tothemelonpride.com. Shout out to Melon Pride. You know, a company that, you know, was, you know, definitely willing to work with To The Point. You know, definitely check them out, you guys. They have some good merch on there. They can assist you with a lot of things. Shout out to Melon Pride Magazine. Shout out to just to the whole Facebook world. No, all of our support have been coming from there, and I can't thank you guys enough. It's been a long time coming. People have, you know, pushed me and been, you know, hey, you should get this platform going. And we here now, and I am just ready to speak to the world and be heard all over the world. Just be that outlet. I don't know it all, but together we can grow, together we can build, together so we can achieve more.
And we have a few minutes left. So I you know, that To The Point group is like my favorite place to be, even though I need to hop over to the other side and do some things over there. But I definitely want to let all the new members, I know you guys see me kind of in there like doing the most, because that's but anyway, welcome aboard. And like I said, participation is key, and the only way that this thing grows is because of you guys. So this platform is in its place because of that, and we want to definitely share the message. It's not only us talking, it's fueling a train that fuels you. So whatever you're talking about, whatever you're going through, go ahead and share it, and we can discuss it. We could chop it up in a group. We could chop it up somewhere else. I mean, it's just like that. So just be mindful, though, that the things that you say, they affect others, and then they spark ideas. So if anything, we want to repeat positive things so we can get positive results.
Absolutely. I agree. I agree, Queen D. And we have almost made it through that time. We have almost made it to that time. You guys definitely pay attention to the bottom of the screen. Pay attention to the bottom of the screen. This platform will be dropped on all platforms at the bottom of the screen. Again, I am so excited to be working with you, Queen D. I am excited to be touching bases with you, world. We're gonna all grow together. We're gonna do it together. I'm not talking to my fans. I'm not talking to my people. I'm not talking to that one viewer or that two viewer. We can't see how many people are watching right now, but I'm just gonna have in my heart, mind, body, and soul that y'all been waiting on us, and y'all gonna keep linking with us, and y'all gonna keep getting with us and keep growing with us. And we're gonna help some people find some real love. We're gonna help some people get over some real hurt. We're going to help some people overcome some real pain, some obstacles. We will be having our entrepreneurs coming on here. I have a book writer that's going to be coming on real soon. We have a queen that's going to be sharing her story real soon. Very, very, very hurting story. So definitely we'll be sharing that real soon. So we got a lot of things that's going to be taking place. Just get ready, fasten your seatbelt. I mean, get the kids to bed. Grab your cup, your sippy cup, do whatever you got to do. Just make sure you don't, you don't have to meet us here, just beat us here. You hit the link each and every week at the same time, every Sunday at 9:15 Central Standard Time, and it's 7:15 over there in California. So from Texas all the way to California, from Texas to the Bay in a major way, we are going to be tuned in with you guys. That's where y'all can find us at. And I'm gonna let you close us out, Miss D.
Well, you know what? We're winding down. This is the wind down, so now we can all relax and chill out. When you think about some ideas and come up with some things, go ahead, grab your pad and run it out. Okay.
Yeah, throw it out.
So, spark new ideas for tomorrow. The only person you're trying to be better than is you, whoever you were yesterday. So that's who we're trying to be. Well, let's not focus on social media and who they say you're supposed. You're exactly who you're supposed to be. And you're going to do better. You will do better. But you got to believe in yourself.
Absolutely. To believe is the first step to achieve. You got to believe. And one thing we want to do is one thing I do want to be known that disclaimer, this is only for entertainment purposes only. This is only for real life uncut conversations only. We are not here to harm, hurt, or bother. But that's why we chose to do this at an adult time. My advice to the people out there is don't let nobody tell you what you can't do.
There you go.
Don't let nobody tell you what you can't do. And don't never stop believing in you. Keep going until you start showing.
But he's not going to let me close it out because he'll keep talking. So we can go to the point with it.
Go ahead, D. Go ahead, D. Go ahead, Queen. Go ahead, Queen D. Go ahead and wind us down and close us out.
I think we know how to wind down, but to the point. Have a good night.
All right. To the point, you guys. Until then, next week, we'll be right here.